gate and 100% of your horsepower. If you free up these rings, your compression goes up. And now when it fires and comes down, you don't have slip that's going down the side. A whole bunch of things start to work. Now, don't get me wrong. This doesn't happen necessarily the first oil change. The real difference that you're going to see on compression, especially on a diesel engine, because all the parts are harder. Your cylinder walls that you're dealing with are 45 and 46 Rockwell hardness. Gasoline motors are 28 to 30. So everything is harder and bigger on a diesel engine. So it takes a little more time to move things to get them to work. But I will tell you, in about 2 weeks, the carbon is dramatically coming off of here. But before you get to the second oil change, that's when the numbers start coming up. But on the first oil change, I want to take a look at what a sample, what your oil is really doing. So when we take 200, now mostly what I deal with is 10-gallon, 60 series Detroits, C15s, a lot of 15-liter engines. Most of them are 10 gallons. The acceptable side for most oil analysis is 200 to 225. 225 parts per million on total of all your wear miles. So you get 60 on iron. We'll reduce that second and third oil change. We'll take that down. I'll tell you 50 or 60. I've got them down into the 20s. Whoa. From 200. Now, a 10-year-old can figure this out. If I take your wear metals from 200 down to 60, that's everything inside the engine. But more importantly, what I really do like that you can't get to, I know it, you don't. But this stuff all by itself, this is a little brother and I call this big brother. At NASCAR, we take 100 degrees off the main. That's 9,000 RPM. But I'm going to tell you, but that's a lot of high speed, very little load. Now, this is tons of load and low RPM. I'm going to tell you what, the mains on this thing were just screaming hot. Screaming hot. And EGT on this thing here used to run around 1375. And you know that exhaust gas temperature, anything, that parameter, anything over about 1150 is hard on the turbo. This thing's running 1375. We can run 80% load and we never bump 1150. We took from 1150 to 1375. If you do the math on that thing, it's 225 degrees EGT. Now this is very, very extreme. But one thing I will tell you, you cannot stop the fuel product from taking 100 degrees out of your EGT. So you know what happens? Anytime you bring temperature up, NOx comes through the ceiling. So on your diesel engines that are 2010 and up, you have to have a secondary